feet, a car, hands, and then where am I? 3, 4, 3, and then will be 3 trees. Words, 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 words. Words, 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 words. Words, 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 words. Words, words. Words, 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 words. Words, words, words. What?
Hey guys, welcome to another video here with Queen City Reefs and More, where you can follow my journey with my reef aquariums, with my family after moving here from Texas. I'd really appreciate it if you comment, if you like, if you subscribe. It means a lot to me if you do, and I'll keep making more videos if so. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoy this one. Alright guys, so on this next video, we're just gonna cover what I'm gonna do now with the Peninsula tank. So, man, I need one of those lights to give me that nice facial features, huh? I am in the process of removing the MP40s from here. I am going to test to see, or I'm going to test, and if the test is successful, I'm going to keep them over there. But I'm going to move them out of here to put them in the Peninsula tank right here. And they'll go, you know, like every typical Peninsula on that end and that end over there to push water. Now this is a 5-foot long tank. And those pumps are rated for over 3,000 gallons an hour, so we shall see. I saw on Bulk Resupply on Ryan's video that he had MP60s, and I felt like being MP60s, they should push out a lot more water, so I'm a little bit afraid that it's not going to be enough. If that's the case, I don't know if I'll just add more, an additional 2, or if I'll replace them with MP60s. To be honest, MP60s, I feel like they're too expensive. Too expensive, to be honest. $600 and something for each one. It's just out of my budget. I just can't. I can't justify, you know, that pump. So, anyways, so I'm thinking I would go with the Octo. Is it Octo Pulse? I want to say. The largest one they have, which is rated for 4,500 gallons an hour, and it's actually like 269. So I'd probably try those and without the MP40s and see if it, you know, how it works out. If it doesn't work out by itself, I'll add the MP40s and call it a day. If I eventually have to add like a gyro pump to this end right here, I probably will do so, but I'm trying to avoid having to do that. If the Octo ones work by themselves without having to add the MP40s back, I will add the MP40s back to the larger tank, because I feel like if I do make that a reef tank, I'll need a lot of flow in that one, being that it's 310 gallons. I don't know. I'm thinking of a lot of possibilities. Now, where it becomes a pain in the behind is if you had any of these, there's no simple connection here to just unplug it and remove the cable out of here and, you know, bring it out. I will actually have to disassemble the controller with these 3 screws and remove this cable from the inside and then pass it through. It's a little tight in there. I don't want to damage the controller, so I might have to remove these deals here to be able to take off this face off of it and then, you know, pass it through. But it's a pain in the behind. So until I'm sure of what I'm gonna do with it, these MP40s, whether it's to use it permanently, keep them over there, or bring them back, I will not be putting them back here until I'm certain of it. Meaning that I'll test the Octo ones by themselves, and if that works, then for sure I'll bring these back over here If they don't work, then keep them over there, but I won't, you know, bring them back here while I'm testing the other pumps by themselves. Unless for some reason I win the lottery, get a bonus at work or something that I can justify to pay for the MP60s, I will not be going with the MP60s for now. Alright, so I'm sure y'all seen plenty of videos that show the disassembling of this remote here. So I will just bring y'all back whenever I connect them to the other tank. Now that I've taken out the MP40s from the other tank, I'm not gonna get a chance tonight to add them to this other tank. Since I still have to clean the power heads, I figured I might as well do maintenance on them before switching them over. But I did want to show y'all what I'll be replacing them with for the other tank. I am replacing them with the Neptune Systems WAV pump. I figured I already have a Neptune Apex. And when you do, you don't need that that little modular box to be able to control these. Instead, you plug these up directly to the energy bar, and you don't even have to actually use one of the plugs. You use the little cable, which I'll show y'all, to the side of the energy bar. But these actually have a lot of power according to what's on paper, which is 4,000 gallons per hour, which is very impressive. I mean, actually this could actually be an option for this tank here. Maybe I shouldn't have removed the MP40s, but I figured because I already have an Apex on the other system, I would try these out. I could actually connect up to 4 without having to use any of the connections and use the side inputs from the energy bar, which eventually I'm thinking I will. For sure I want to have 4 pumps. Even if I don't put that much coral, I feel like I'll need at least these 4 pumps to create some movement and make sure that as much debris from the sand bed can be, you know, floated up into the sump. And if the MP40s is not enough for this tank, I may consider going with these, as you can actually get 2 of these with the little control box for I think $449. For 2 of the Octo ones is $259, I want to say. So you're looking at $520, right? That being said, I don't know, because the Octo ones are 4,500 is what I read of gallons per hour. So I could possibly use those extra 500 gallons per hour. We'll see how these act in the other tank. I probably should have considered seeing what they acted like on this one, but I will need that little control box and I didn't want to pay the extra $100 for it. Buying 2 of these, if you already have an Apex system, ends up being $349, which is a really good deal because 2 of these equals 1 of the MP40s. And so 2 MP40s equals over $600, and only $349 for 2 of these. So I just figured, why not? You know, I have an Apex, let's take advantage of that. There's a lot of mixed reviews with these, to be honest, but I figured, why not? And I will keep y'all posted to see how I like them, and we'll go from there. All right guys, it's the morning. Somebody's over there asking to come in. There goes Grandpa. Look, you can hear her scratching the door. Let's open the door for her. Hey Nala. Thanks for joining me. Alright, so I'm going to work on installing the pumps on this tank here. So let's get to that. There you go. I mean, honestly, there is no denying how beautiful these pumps look, especially on a peninsula tank where all you have to put is the wet side here and there is no cords coming out. On those tanks like my 310, the only way to put them, honestly, to make them very where they blend in, is honestly on the back like I had them, and that's another great way to put these. Now on the sides, when you have a long tank and you have to put them right here, then yeah, having to see that there, I'd rather have, you know, different type of pumps. But the beauty of these when it comes to hiding the cords like this is just, there's no denying it. It comes at a price tag though. No one's to say really that, you know, other pumps are not good enough or do not work. They absolutely do. Some probably are even better. It's just the fact that this design here, it's beautiful. Yes, I might sound like I'm all in love with the tanks, but me with the pumps. All right, so we're gonna start filling this up with water, and let's see what happens. While we wait, let's unpack one of these. And voila, there is your pump. Just comparison, I mean, I would say, just as I expected. I've seen plenty of videos, so, you know, I like it. Now what I really want to see is the performance. So let's get this installed. Alright guys, so not sure if this video by now it's probably too long, so I'm gonna end it here with an update of having installed already the pumps, the WAV pumps from Neptune Systems. It was a pretty fast setup, to be honest. I love the fact that they're powerful. I love the fact that, you know, they're small, and as you can see, you can barely tell that they're in there. So they blend in pretty well. Aside from that, I don't have any other updates. I will, my next video will be of the other tank being filled up. I decided to go into the crawl space, go into Home Depot, and brace the bottom crawl space where this tank is going to be sitting at. Even though the joists run like this, and about 4 or 5 of them cover this tank, so I think that would probably be enough. But I like being on the safe side, and I'll maybe add 1 or 2 support braces or support joists to this tank. So that means I won't be filling it up with water, so we can test what the MP40s look like once they're on, until a different day, probably this weekend. So guys, again, thank you for watching. I'd really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. I really appreciate it if you hit the like button, hit the notification bell for updates on my future videos, and leave a comment below. All right guys, see y'all next time. Also wanted to check to make sure that this was level, since it does this new, I guess it's an updated version of the stand where it gives you the little feet that you can screw in and screw out to make sure that it is leveled on all sides. And I mean, it can't get any better than that, can it? Check it. Check this side out. Well, it's actually sitting on that thing, so there we go. I mean, I couldn't really honestly be any happier.
Subscribe.
And then what else?
Click the notification button.
So that you can get notified for every video, right?
Yeah.
And what else?
Give it a big thumbs up.
There we go. Thank you guys, you heard her. You know, you have to take her advice. Follow us on this journey.